Black Girl Podcast, episode 37.
Yes.
So happy to be here, guys. Scotty B.
Safira M.
Bex.
Gia Peppers.
Alicia could not be here with us today because she is getting her coin in LA.
Yes.
So
La, la, la.
get your coin.
Make sure y'all tune into Good Looking Out season 2.
So, yes. And happy belated too. It was her birthday.
Happy
birthday.
She got them titties popping for her birthday. You hear me?
Them pictures on Instagram too.
Boy.
I said
really nice.
At Alicia P.
Yes.
If everyone
Her
wants
party,
to see the
her
picture.
party was popping. It was
Yeah.
fun. I had so much fun. It was amazing.
And she has parties at the Ainsworth all the time.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
all
make
the
sure
time.
if y'all
In
are Newark, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, you just want to come out.
Tri-state
Philly.
area.
Tri-state.
The niggas be in there. The niggas be in there.
Yeah.
They be
So-
dancing too.
And they be dancing. They buy you drinks. They got money over there in Jersey.
Yeah, no,
At
Lee's
the
got the
Ainsworth.
right age dudes that come out.
The
okay? You
right
like,
age. Right. was
I like when she
Jesus Christ.
introduced me to her friends. All her friends is cute.
It's fine. They
Okay.
got jobs.
and they all listen to this show. So hello.
Hey,
Okay. Hello.
hey
So
guys.
you know Gia's single.
Okay.
So.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Right.
Some of her friends.
So.
Not all of you. That's fucked up.
Oh yeah, not the one with the hat. Was it?
Oh no, that wasn't her friend. That was
wasn't
somebody
it.
else's
Okay,
friend.
I'm sorry.
Now all her friends with hats gonna be like, dang.
Well,
When's
you
the
know
last time
who
I
you
wore a
were.
hat?
You know who you were.
We know who
God.
you are.
You came to the party
We
last
talked
year.
about you already.
Yeah, you tried to hit
The
on all of
same
us.
one.
We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
Remember?
we never letting that hat go.
Nah,
I
bro.
hate hats.
Come
You
for the
should never
second
let
year
it go
anniversary
either.
though, and we shot you out.
Right. We still show love. We show love. Show love.
Show love, show love.
Show love. Updates. Let's start with Rebecca.
A lot of stuff. So, your event, actually, I met Lynn for the first time from Hot 97. And I also ran into...
dope.
I ran into someone who works at Hot 97 who was like, I'm actually looking for X, Y, and Z. I can't really say a lot because it's still in the works. But she's like, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. Hit me up. Send me your rate sheet. All this information. So it's very promising for that opportunity.
What opportunity?
I cannot say.
It's an NDA.
Who's Lynn?
It wasn't with Lynn.
Lynn
though.
Dow.
It wasn't with Lynn.
So Lynn, I was honored at an event called Fueled by Culture, and the other honoree was Lynn Dow, and he's like a huge like app developer, but he worked at the Hot 97 digital department before that.
Before me. So I didn't know him, but I heard of Lynn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I introduced myself to say, hey, you were before my time, but I heard so much about you and nice to meet you and stuff like that. That was part B to the event. Right. Then, Saphir was being honored by Verizon from the ground up.
That looked so
Oh,
And she had mentioned something about me wanting to write for movies and write scripts and stuff like that. And so someone came up to me after the event and was like, listen, I have a show. I have 2 shows. Let's produce it together. I'm doing a live table reading. Let's hop on and collaborate. So I'm basically working on bringing the project to life at this beautiful gallery in Harlem and just working on with them on like just all the details of making it a very particular event, and then also just bringing in other people that I know from the industry to kind of collaborate and do like video executions and stuff. Yes, it's
Yay! I just envisioned you writing for This Is Us. I feel like if Rebecca wrote the last piece of somebody who died, it would be amazing.
That's too
She could
morbid
be the
for
next
me.
Jazz Fly.
Yes.
I want to be the next Mara Broca Kill.
I mean, she could
I
be
fell in
the-
love with Mara.
Mara's amazing.
Mara
Mara Brockett
amazing.
Keel is
Yo,
life. You
Love
said
Is?
that you love
Yeah,
her.
Love
like
Is took my heart, and I
years
didn't
ago.
think that I
Yeah.
was gonna like it
Why?
because of the narrative. I hate this whole light skin.
Oh, yeah.
woman.
You just said that in the beginning.
Soft
Yeah.
and loving. She has a black dark man to save her.
But then
Like,
it's so
It's really good.
complicated.
The story
It's
is good.
so
It
complicated.
is.
That Loretta Devine scene, honey. That,
Yes, it
that
was.
deserves a damn
Yes.
Emmy.
It was good.
Okay.
She
It was
did
good.
the
That was
shit out of the
damn good.
performance.
Right.
Jesus. I think
Um,
that was all improv too.
really?
Like, I like when
Some
she was
points.
about to fight, when he was about to fight her, and she was like, "It's not worth it." All that. I was like, that sounds like Loretta in real life.
Me and Bay watched that show together.
Yeah.
It's very it's triggering and it's also funny because we both see a lot of like us in both characters.
Really?
Yeah. So we're just like,
You're a nerd.
you do this, or you.
Sound like your mother.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's fun because it's like it's stuff that we've been through. So it's like we're kind of reminiscing and just like happy that that's been overcome. Like we've gotten over that hump of stuff. But it's like it's cool.
That's great.
It's cool. It's a good show.
That's mad cute.
That's a good show. That's a good show.
I wish I had a beta watching one, but you cute.
Me too. Now, is that it for the
I think
updates?
so. If something comes up, I'll mention it.
Okay.
My mind is just all over the place right now.
Sophia Rai.
Everything's good. Work is good.
Your hair looks amazing.
Thank you.
It's like Diana
I had
Ross.
to switch it up. Switch it up. You guys know that I do everything and anything under the sun to my hair, so I figured I'd go back to dark brown. But everything is good. Work is doing really well.
Yeah.
I'm very
You
proud.
are working your kneecaps off.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And
Lord.
I did have that event with Verizon, which went over really well. So thank you so
it
much
looks so good.
to Lily Doxy for
She's everything.
reaching out and offering me that opportunity. And so much has happened from that one night. So I'm really, really excited. I'm really, really proud to see what's going to happen for fall. But things are really shaping up.
Yes.
So I'm excited. I
So,
don't
yeah,
I don't really have much news other than that. I've been working my kneecaps off, like Dee said.
Yes,
so.
sis. And your
That's that.
fingertips. Yes.
I'm looking good while doing it, honey.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
That's how
You said
good.
hers, yeah. I said Pep.
Yeah.
That's from a TV show that
yeah.
or no,
Um,
that melody. That's
Oh.
from Moulin Rouge, the end of it.
Oh.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There it is.
I mean, good. Been working, doing a lot of stuff with VH1, so that's been incredible. Yeah, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for my birthday.
Oh.
It
It's a
is coming
lot.
up because it
Yeah,
is Virgo
September-
season almost.
Yeah, September
September.
6th is my birthday. And then just trying to figure out like next steps and just hopefully more television work. That's pretty much it. Just figuring it out. Thank you to all the people that like sent videos of like the VH1 stuff. That was
My mom
cool.
said she saw you.
That's
Yeah.
so
She texted
cool.
me out the other night. She said, I
That's
saw
dope.
Gia on TV.
Yeah, it was cool. Like because I was working when the first Behind the Movie aired, so it sucked because I wanted to like sit down and watch it and like with people and stuff. But there's another one coming up at the end of the month, so hopefully we can have like a party, a watching party.
What's the movie?
So this movie that aired was Easy A, and then the next Behind the Movie will be Crazy Stupid Love with Ryan Gosling. I love that movie.
That's the one with
and
Stephen Carell.
Yes,
Mhm. Yes.
yes.
I love
that movie
that's
is
my bag.
crazy.
Really good movie.
I love that
Steven.
movie, and so
Steve Carell.
yeah.
Sorry.
What you?
I said Steven.
Oh, Steve
Steve.
Carell. Yeah, your
Yeah.
friend from The Office.
Yeah.
your
Your
bestie.
friend.
Friend
My
from the office.
She loves
Michael
him.
Scott.
She does.
That's how she knows him. Michael Scott. Yes. So yeah, it was dope.
That's
so.
a whole other conversation. The Office.
Yeah,
Love
really.
The Office.
But my parents and my brother and sister watched it without me, and it was cool to like. My brother was like videoing everybody, and that was the first time my mom was like. Usually she's like the thug. She's like, you did all right, but I think you need next time not to wear that. Da, da, da. Like my mom is always gonna be 100.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like your left thigh was looking a little crazy. You might want to put that. Like she's just always she'll be like, you did great. But there's always like a, you know, like she's like,
Leave it up to a black mother to have
Okay,
a butt. child.
okay.
Just to make sure you're on top of
just
things.
to make sure. But that was
Just
the
to humble
first
you.
time
Right.
ever.
Don't you forget.
She was like, you did great.
Oh.
And I was like, where's the butt? And she was like, no, Gia, you did a good job. I'm very proud. I was like, oh, yeah.
that's really
good.
And then my
nice.
brother posted this thing and was so sweet. And I was just like, because my brother was like, y'all, like a lot of people think that like, especially in DC, that my success comes from the Wizards. And I'm like, y'all don't
not
know.
all you
I've been
do.
working way longer than that. So my brother was like, yeah, it's y'all don't know. Like she's been getting up since 4 a.m. since she was 18 years old. Like this is nothing new. Like this is supposed to happen. So like, and so I was just like, okay, well, thanks for making me cry. And but it's been a cool little time. Just like, okay, let's keep working. That's all I want. I just want to keep working in Jesus' name. And that's all I
Amen.
need.
That's good.
Working in love. If anyone wants to be my love,
Oh
life,
my God.
help me.
If anyone wants to be
Gia,
my love,
please.
And I'm doing Who Wants to Date Gia, a new show.
Listen, you might want to add that to your
We
lives.
actually might make that a thing.
Oh my gosh! Look at
So
Scotty.
now it's here.
nope, it's
Now
not a
the
Like
thing.
that
idea
speed
is
dating
there.
event, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You might find your love.
No. People who come to speed dating
See,
events
look,
are never
weirdos.
Yeah.
Hey, Gia, I want to date you.
Did you hear about? Well, I saw it on like Instagram. The girl who swiped. What is it? Right? What's the? Oh, I like you Tinder thing.
Swipe right.
Swipe right.
Right
On everybody?
So, yeah, on like mad dudes,
Oh,
and they
shit.
all met on 14th Street, and she had a competition to see who would date, like who she would pick. Did a whole thing.
She had like
They
a
went down for
bachelorette.
that?
And some of them were. It was like a few of them too. It was like
She
a cool
was
10,
a
11.
black woman.
No.
See,
Oh,
that's
that's
the missing
cool.
piece.
How have you been, Scotty?
Dang.
It's cool.
But I'm saying Gia could do that.
Yeah. No.
I'll be scared. I did dating apps. I did dating apps once for like I was on Soul Swipe for like a month, and it just got to be very weird when people were like, "Ain't you that girl, Gia Peppers?"
Ooh, come on.
Yeah, so I deleted it, and because it felt very like I shouldn't be on here. Yep,
Right, I
yep,
should-
just not for me.
Let things happen
But
organically.
I mean, men don't speak to me, so go ahead.
That's not
Men
true.
don't speak
Men
to you?
speak to me, but then they be like, "You're intimidating." And I'm like, bro, I'm 40,000 years past that. Like, there's nothing intimidating about me. If you intimidated, that's really you.
Right.
And that has
You're
nothing-
insecure.
Like,
Yeah, don't project that shit on
I'm
me.
literally one
Right.
of the nicest people I know. So I'm like,
Not even that. Like, I'm just sitting here.
literally.
How? Why? Why?
Yeah. So that has been very annoying and a very annoying part of my life. But yes, how have you been?
I've been good. You know, had to. Well, I missed the last episode because I wasn't here. I was on vacation for a month.
On a world
Yeah.
tour.
Yes.
Tour
Uh-huh,
to
man,
Beyonce.
man.
I took a what? I took a break, but then I came back and felt bad that I took a break, and I had to deal with that of me feeling fucking guilty for not working. So
But you
I
deserve
punished
the
myself
vacation.
for that, huh?
But you deserved a vacation.
Yeah.
You don't.
I don't know. I still don't know. I think it had part to do with like Mercury and retrograde shit. I was just literally
Mercury has been in retrograde all summer.
y'all, but I felt like it was strong. Like last week, I didn't go anywhere. I sat in the house all day. I just felt like my energy just wasn't in a good space, and I felt like it would be inconsiderate to go somewhere and have my energy affect somebody else. I was like, let me just, and I hope none of my friends took it,
Personally,
Gia, nobody took it personally. I just wanted, I hope not, but I just needed that moment because I was like, I'm starting to feel like, I don't know. You feel bad when you take vacations. I think I always do. If I say, yo, I'm not doing nothing for a week, I feel like the next week I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? I don't know why I feel like that. But
I think
did.
it's a freelancer thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's like we could have been working.
Right. I could have made money.
Yeah.
And I love money. And all y'all know I love money. So I was like, I just could have made money. And, so that was it. It was good. The vacation was needed, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, my friend Della had made a very good point, and Robert, they made very good points with, what if you didn't do the vacation and then you were doing your job, but you were already burnt out?
Yeah.
Then you're really not doing your job.
Right.
You just there.
And when's the next time you would have taken one?
Right. Never.
Right.
So I get it. I got over it. Eventually it was cool. Vacation was amazing. Family is amazing. Everything's cool. I'm just trying to get back from the lazy. You know what I'm saying? I like sleeping a lot. I didn't know how much I love sleeping until last month. I slept so much. It was insane.
Yeah.
I didn't even do most of the shit on the ship. You know what I'm saying? Because we did a cruise. And it was the longest cruise of my life.
Every cruises be long as hell, bro.
For 9
Floors be
days, my
sticky.
nigga.
9 days?
Sugar in the air. That's too long, Deani. 9 days?
It's my mother's fault. I didn't want to do 9 days. I was like, these people are my family now.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the friends that I made, I was like, we're family and friends.
We're besties.
We're besties now. So that was cool. Everything is good.
How many islands did you go to?
Yeah.
Because you had some...
You went to Haiti, right?
You had
Yes,
some
Haiti.
pictures
Yes.
up there.
Yeah. No,
Yeah. Oh, those pictures. You guys.
We haven't talked to you in a
wanna
while.
see some body.
We haven't...
Yeah.
I mean...
Well,
I didn't know. Yeah.
I wanna
I
see
took
some
pictures.
boating.
So I went to. Well,
to
I didn't get
Scotty
off the
Beam's
boat,
page.
but we
Scroll
went to
back.
Bermuda. I got too drunk the day before, and then you heard of something called lemon drops? Lemon drops.
Yes, they are shots.
Vodka with like sweet lemon. I was like,
Tastes like
fucking up.
lemonade.
Me and mom fucking them up. We was drinking them back, boy. And then they was like, hey, we're hitting a storm. So the shots in my drunkenness and with the moving of the ship, I was like, I'm out of here.
Lord Jesus.
Everywhere.
No.
Threw up everywhere.
No.
So I was out. When they were like, we hit Bermuda, I was like, y'all have fun in Bermuda. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
So and then we went to St. Martin, teen. And then we went to
Teen.
I got off the boat there. It was beautiful. And then Haiti and Puerto Rico. It was beautiful.
lit.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful trip. I did a lot
See?
of meditating. It was beautiful.
Thank you. And you
was.
needed it.
I did.
And you
I
deserve.
did. I learned how to do other, tactics and methods of meditation, which was really dope. So started really getting into this whole meditating world.
Share some. What'd you start doing different?
That's not weird.
Yeah, what would you?
Because when your family thinks it's weird, it's
yeah.
weird.
I
You know what
get
I'm
that feeling.
Yeah. So you're like, all right, sis, who are you, Erica Badu? Like, kind of moment. But
Yes.
that's what my mom was like, all right, Erica, please.
That's the old black lady's person.
Right.
Because Erica was so different
Right.
when she came out. But now
Right.
everybody's Erica
So,
and Erica.
the methods, gratitude. I'm learning about what to do as far as showing gratitude to myself, speaking words to myself, not sentences, just words that I would like to see within myself, and try to figure out how I can. It sounds weird. I don't know. Just become those words. Not now, not tomorrow, not any. But I want to be able to, by a few months later, be able to say, well, this is me now. This is who I'm trying to be. This is who I should be, who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been trying to do. Just showing gratitude to myself. Gratitude showers, stuff like that. Like, oh, it's weird. I know. Samira.
No, I'm intrigued. I'm interested.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
What is a gratitude shower?
You thank whoever, light, universe, God, for everything that you have. Mm-hmm. And when you wash, you say, I thank you.
Oh, okay.
I thank you. And you keep, like, it's just, yeah.
Nope, I'm listening.
It's weird.
It's not weird at all.
It is.
You are weird because you stopped talking.
I know, it's just weird. But, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do better mentally. And, yeah, everything's cool. I hope I have some good news soon. And I can all share. But now I'm just chilling.
What a cliffhanger.
I know.
Stay tuned.
Hopefully to God. I hope that's like, God is like, girl, I got to make this happen for real now because you done said something. So hopefully, God, this is you saying, yes, all right, that's it. Yep, that's it. So what are we going to talk about today?
We were talking about love.
We was talking about love.
I feel like that was like an entrance to like the miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
I know, right?
Who wants
That's
to
how
talk
the album
about
starts.
love?
Boom, 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 ba-dum. What were we saying? We were saying, I know we mentioned what was your greatest love and what.
First love. We were talking about like
First
falling for the first time. Like
and
the
can you
deepest,
have that same love again?
Yeah, and after after the person you've fallen for the deepest breaks your heart, do you believe that you're able to love someone else in the same capacity, in that same way? Or do you love smarter?
Yeah, and is loving smarter fun? I honestly don't think it's fun.
And
Like, it's not as fun as loving dumb.
Yes.
And being like, just if you watch Love Is,
woo!
there is this scene
On own.
of her in the car when they're about to drive to whoever that child's name is house. What's that?
Ruby.
Ruby's house. And she's like, you don't understand. What is she like? My body vibrates.
When
Like,
I'm around you. I don't want to be without you.
she started crying. She
She
said, my
did.
body vibrates.
It was so
and I was
cute.
like, I know what that feels like. That's still dumbass love, though.
Is it? Why is that dumbass love?
Why is it dumbass love and not
Because-
true love?
You know what? I don't know the difference. It still looks dumb to me.
still looks dumb.
It still looks dumb because it's so vulnerable that it looks like, girl, hold on, what is wrong with you? Like, there's certain times with Nuri, I'm like, my nigga,
Pull it together.
pull it together.
No,
what are you doing?
There are times with Nuri where I'm like, ooh, child, I couldn't do that. Because
Or
there's
speak
like,
back or say
yeah,
something.
because there's like the first time where I was like, ooh, child, I couldn't do that. When he was like, don't wear that to work. Wear this with that and this and that and this and that. And it's only been like a month in. I'm like, dude, you wanna just enjoy this AC in here before you gotta go back to your couch? Like, you wanna just calm down for a second? Like, it was like, take off your bra to go to a workplace with horny men who literally joke on me all day. Like, I'm saving myself. No, like, there's certain things, like, I know now that that's what he does. He dresses Mara. Like, she said it on the Breakfast Club. She was like, he dresses me. Like, I don't.
And she likes it.
She loves it. So, you know, I mean, if you
I
type
love it, sis, do it.
and I might be able to do that like for some nights, you know what I'm saying? But not every day. Like you want me to go to work? You're not even gonna be there to enjoy it, but like,
You can buy me sneakers.
But I mean, that's what basically the title of the show. That's why the title of the show is like that. Love is blank because
Right.
it's their version of love, so it's what they're making it.
Right.
I
So
know.
it's not necessarily. It might not necessarily be dumb.
I don't
know
think it's dumb.
All the loves we've been in.
I've been dumb.
It's been dumb. I'm not even
I've
gonna
been
hold
dumb,
you.
But then is it not dumb because is their love not dumb because it worked? Like, is it only
them.
dumb
Right, 'cause
when
if
it doesn't
didn't
work?
out, if it didn't work out, then I'd be like,
old Angela would be like,
But then that means that you have anything is anything until time passes,
Right.
Because you won't know. So
so you might as well risk it.
you don't
all.
know if what you're doing is dumb, if it's true, or if it's smart until time passes.
what he was doing was dumb. Some of the things that Yasir was
Yeah, you don't even get this man his right name.
No, I know it was something like that. I didn't know which one.
I don't like this man.
No, because he was getting on my nerves. He was making me
Yeah.
mad. Woo,
But
because
he's
I get it. I understand. What I don't understand is don't come to my job, my nigga.
Woo!
Don't come to my job acting a fool.
Can't. Nope.
that. Yeah.
Are you? And now I missed the intro
Of my first.
for my first script, dog. Move out. Move out that night because I'm done.
Done.
Something like that where you're like
You drove
mad at
my
me,
car.
and he gets mad at her. And I understand, like, people get mad at each other. It's a thing. Don't like how you get mad at me. Not really a fan. I wasn't a fan of Yasir getting mad at her. Even at the end of this last finale, I'm like,
Yeah.
you gonna storm out over some shit that happened 20
40
years
years
ago.
She still has it though.
I keep that ring too. That was a
What
nice
was she supposed
ring.
to do with it?
Pawn it, give it back.
Oh,
Why do
yeah,
you
she should've
still
pawned
have it?
She probably was following hard times.
Everybody
There was
has
gonna be
an
a time where somebody
Everyone
needed
has
some
a
money.
Xbox, no?
Yes.
It's like not a game console, like an Xbox.
I was like, I don't have an Xbox.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, I
I
have
do.
a box.
It's not
yeah,
a
where
literal box, but everyone still has
items.
things.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and
So
they're
like,
nice.
she just kept it in her.
It's a
It was
ring,
for her
though.
and her future daughter, but though she never had one, to be like, babe, come here. Let me show you about this. These boys. Yeah, honey, when you start going through stuff, but you know, this boy asked me to marry him, honey. Look at that. Like I think it was just for her to have. Like, it's a part of her life. Like, it was just like scrapbooking.
Now,
Just
if
happened to
he
be a
kept
ring.
something from Ruby, if he had kept something for years, something sentimental between them, he kept it until then. You think
Like a plate.
like
No, something equivalent to a
something,
ring.
something similar to a ring,
Like a gold. Let's say she
For
got him
him-
a Rolex. Like
Right,
a Rolex.
right?
Yeah. Would I felt away? Would I feel away? If I said a ring, I wouldn't feel away. But
I would.
I probably would have thrown it away.
But I
for
don't
him.
know if I would have
That's over.
ran out the room though. I'm like, we got something to talk
I'd
about
be
later.
like, why do you still have this? Like,
Right?
Let's sell it.
He just he feels so childlike to me. He acts such. I don't like it. I just don't. But she loves it. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. And then there's so much shit at home that he's going through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know, when you're not seeing your kid,
Oof.
that was kind of weird to me. And I know that he wants to be with his kid. He wants to be around his kid. But there has to be some kind of something. Grandma is tired.
Yeah. Oh, that made me so
Graham
sad.
Graham.
Fatigue.
Shout out to
Graham
Loretta
thought her
Devine.
job was over when Yassine went back to Hollywood.
It's his name.
That's it.
I hear you.
But
She don't even care. That nigga's name is
that's it.
Yassin.
No, but we were talking about stupid love, and I guess true love, true and stupid love.
Yeah.
Does true love make you stupid?
It made me stupid.
Makes
I feel
me
like
stupid.
I felt stupid. Maybe because I didn't like being vulnerable.
I think
like that.
love just puts you. I mean, I keep thinking about drunken love. I think love puts you in that state. Like it puts you in a very non-sobering state.
Endorphins.
Yeah,
You're just like
you
on
get
a
caught
high.
up, and it's like you can do anything. You feel like you could conquer the world.
Love is a drug.
I'm in love. Oh my god, I love you so much. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to show you that I love you. But I feel like with maturity, that like, and with growing with yourself, like that will determine whether or not you're making smart or dumb decisions.
Did we ever tell our stories of the dumbest shit we've ever done for love?
Oh, I feel like we did.
We probably
I feel like
did.
it was we
I
did.
think no.
For
Did we?
love or for sex? I feel like we
For love. For love.
For love.
For
Maybe
love.
it was for sex.
Deep love.
Maybe we didn't.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
now I have to think.
Let's go all around.
What's the dumbest thing you ever did for the love of your life? If you felt like at the moment that
was
person
the
was
love
the
of your life.
love of your life, or you were deep in love with that person.
Yeah.
I only have one.
And dumb, like you.
Just, I don't care what anyone says.
Right.
I love this man and I want to be with this man. Anybody?
I feel like I have a storybook for my first love. I feel like the whole time I was
I'm
a
thinking.
little dumb.
I wouldn't say I was in love when I made this bad decision, but I was dating somebody within the first month. I was like pitching to him that we should go on vacation because I just wanted to wake up and hear the ocean and wake up next to him. Like I was just in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I just threw it out there. Like, you know, you might say no, you might say yes. I don't know. But it was like,
And what'd he say?
he was like, yeah, but by the time nothing, like everything fizzled out before we could put anything to
Pen to paper.
a plane ticket or booking a hotel. It just wasn't gonna.
It wasn't gonna work.
He did almost something immediately after that was like completely changed the way I felt about him, and I was like, yeah, nah, that would have been stupid if I did that. But that was about
That made
it.
me feel. My first love and I were together for a long time, and like on and off and messy on and off. Like I would be like, break up with that girl if you really want to be with me. Like that type of like, because he went to college and we were high school sweethearts, and he went to college and like started hanging out with this girl, and then I found out on Facebook that they were in a relationship, and I'm like, so you gone have me looking crazy in front of my whole high school like this? Crazy.
Oh, you were still in high school.
He was a year older than me. He had graduated. So I remember being so sad. Jesus Christmas Christ. I was so sad. I tried not to come. Like, it was my senior year, and everyone was like, we're going to the game. Come on out to the football game. It's a big event. And I was just like, no, I'm just going to stay in my room forever. And then he came back and was like, I want to take you to homecoming dance or something like that. And I was like, if you want to take me, to break up with her. And so I sat there and listened to him call her and break up with her. And I was like, okay, we can go. Like I just wanted.
Wow.
I was.
Let me get dressed. I'll be ready in 15 minutes.
All right. Just wanted to make sure you were serious, because I was just like, I was that upset. But then the saga of the dumbness continued, because of course he went back and got right back with her. I mean, you got to keep your weekly income down there. And so
Whoa.
when they got, and then when she came back, then he came back again, and it was for Thanksgiving, and I was still really close with his family, and so he didn't know I was coming. I came and she was there, and so I was very petty the whole night.
I
And
think I remember this story.
and I like slammed a chair. Like I did a lot. Not slammed it. It was like I pushed it in because I felt like she was getting upset. So I was just like,
Oh, all right.
Okay,
sorry.
GG.
Sorry. Because I felt like at that time, like my picture was on the mantle. Like I felt like at that time, you are the other woman. Like, you know for good and damn well, I'm not going nowhere. But little did I know, 15,000 years later, I mean, they're not together, but we aren't either. So there's that.
Yeah, both won.
We both lost.
I was sitting here thinking about it, and it was a lot of dumb things. But the greatest of them all was a joint cell phone bill.
Oh.
And another joint cell phone bill.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I don't even want to talk about it because is such a draining person. So it's just like, you know, you was
Right.
dumb.
Like, you know you were dumb there.
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing I did for love. Oh my God, you don't have a cell phone. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, just being there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Raising people.
Raisin. Oh yeah, we've talked about this before.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what I remember. I remember you talking about that.
What you gonna do?
Mine are more destructive, of
Oh
course.
God.
I think the dumbest thing I did, it wasn't for love, but it was because of love. Because it wasn't for love, but it was, we were arguing, and he thought that him driving fast was going to scare me. Like, you know, he gets mad, he drive off fast, whatever, switching lanes. And I'm like, that shit don't scare me. I changed the gear. And then I took over the steering wheel, and I had moved it. I said, we can die in this bitch.
Wow.
We can die.
I've done that.
Yo.
I was the driver though. I was the one just in and out of lanes.
Right.
My little rinky dink Honda Civic.
Right.
Not
He
pushing
thought-
nothing.
He thought that shit was gonna scare me because you mad. I'm mad too. By the way, we can die.
Wow.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yes, that.
And he just knew. He looked at me. I knew for a fact. He looked at me like, this bitch is for real crazy.
Yo.
And at that time, I was like,
Love can make you crazy.
I was in love. So it was like, if we die, we die. At least we die together.
Romeo and
We
Juliet,
good.
nigga. What's good?
And he still talks about that to this day. He'll say, I never forget. That was one of the most, he said, it wasn't romantic at all. He said, but it was like, you are really willing to let us die over something. I said, no. You were acting as if you were okay with us dying. I was just telling you, I'm down too. If you really want to be mad.
I'm about this
Like,
life.
how mad
Right.
you want to be?
Right. He really thought I was going to sell me. I don't care. So I think that was the dumbest thing I did for because of love. I wouldn't say it was for love, but it was, I get destructive or like really back then, like young me, I was, you don't see that I love you. I'll break shit.
Yeah.
I'll ruin your shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show, I think that was my way. Abusive, of course. That's like super abusive to me, where I just was like, I have to ruin something in order for you to know that I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it was dumb, but that was my only way. I don't know what other way to show somebody, hey, I love you.
But what are the good parts? Like, I know we're young, and I'm sure people will be like, oh, but like, what are the parts of love that you have experienced that have positively
Like our own love is.
affected you? Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
why not?
That
It's
same
a
boy.
question.
That same boy for my first Valentine's Day. I had never had a Valentine's Day because, you know, we were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, after school, it was like a movie. He surprised me and he, like, blindfolded me and walked me to the music room. And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, just come. Like, babe, it's Valentine's Day. Like, just be wooed. And I'm like, okay. So he opens the door and I hear the piano playing, and it's like Ordinary People, and there's like roses, like I don't know how he closed down the music room. There's roses, and I take off my thing, and there's like one of his friends who knows how to play the piano. He's playing like Ordinary People, and like, and he know I really love slow dancing. It's so cute to me. And so we started slow dancing, and I was just all in love, child. It was everything. I was just like, you're so sweet. Like, and then we went out to dinner after, but I was just like, that was one of those moments where I was like, oh, love is great when it's like really cute and new. But he was such a big romantic, so he would do like wild gestures like that. Like, let me shut down the whole thing. And just like buy you roses and all that stuff. And it was like, we used to listen to John Legend all the time. So it was like very cute.
Why are you looking at me?
I was just, I thought who was going to go next. I was like,
I'm like, why you got that face?
what love made you?
Rebecca.
Okay.
No, Saphira.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
You asked it.
You asked the
you
question.
I'm waiting for. Oh yeah, I am what?
Mad annoying.
Oh, I'm like. Let's watch that M word.
She got the, wait. What's
What
that?
has made me? What has positively affected me? And I thought you said you are married. That's why I was like,
Oh,
let's watch that M word. What has positively affected me?
Like that.
I think so. No. I get what you're saying, like as far as a gesture, but for me, being in love with someone and it has positively affected me is when someone is able to actually listen to what I'm saying to them and like dive into it with me. Not, yeah, I hear what you're saying, okay. But like, not that you have to be a problem solver for me or anything, but if I come to you and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on, this, you have a solution. And it's like, okay, let's move forward from it because you're not going to go back to that. You're going to, let's do it this way. So I think just somebody who is able to be like a companion with you,
a
and
partner.
you're able to build whatever it is that you're building in your own unique way, and it's not to anybody else's standards. You don't give a fuck what anybody else is saying. I think that is what has really shaped love for me.
That's beautiful.
I would say, I think the only man I've only been in love once, I will say. I've only been inside of love, in the crevice of depth of love with somebody. And I think when we were broke and young, it was probably some of our best times.
It was pure.
We had a way of making shit ours, moments ours. We didn't have money, so he would buy like Chinese. Like one day, he bought Chinese food and he set up a picnic in the living room. And he had these candles that must have been like 99-cent candles that he bought off the street, but he thought it would be like romantic. And he was like, hey, and he had the red cups. He was like, champagne. I was like, okay, and it was just moments like that where we didn't have nobody judging us with like $200 dates and shit. And, that shit never, it just was really us. We just liked being us. And I really appreciate people who let me be me. I think that's what shaped what love is. Like, who just let me be this passionate, loud, sometimes not so loud person who, who enjoys life. You know what I'm saying? I think we were the same person. We were the same person. So moments like that, and in the moments, also when he would just, as far as like fathers are concerned, we both had absent fathers, so that wasn't, whatever. But he looked at me one day. I told y'all he said this to me. He looked at me one day and said, I can't understand how somebody could leave you and not want to see your face every day.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And he's not a mushy person. So I was like, why would you say that? He was like, it's just weird. As a kid or anything, he said, I've seen pictures of you. He said, on all kids should be seen. He said, but I look at you and I just can't. I can't understand how somebody can just not. And I think for that, it also helped me see that I'm not invisible. And although I think I'm invisible to my father, I'm worth much, for men. For him, I was worth something. And it meant something. You know what I'm saying? I had to know my worth, of course. But it meant something to be seen and to hear something like that and was like, wow. So I think that's what it was. I just being yourself and being able to be that person all the time with that person. That's dope to me. That's amazing. So yeah,
that's your friend. I feel like
that's your best friend.
That's what matters a lot in relationships. And I keep thinking about when I spoke to Erica Campbell at Essence, and she was like, don't give up. A lot of times, like, our generation just let go of things and they give up on things. And it's like you really have to build with somebody in order to see the other side of things, or don't build with them. But like, it's just, you have to build a foundation. That's what I'm trying to say.
Bex.
Yeah. What was the exact question again?
I know.
I have something in my mind, but I want to make sure I answer it.
I was just saying, like, how has love positively affected you?
I was talking about damn Valentine's Day.
I would say when I had my surprise birthday party,
Oh.
but I feel like
I feel like you guys are all giving gestures. Yeah, I want y'all to like.
I know. I'm gonna get back to the question,
I
the real
would
question.
say that, but it's gotten much better because we actually get mad at each other for staying around each other too long.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you were supposed to do X, Y, and Z, or I should have done da-da-da. But it's because we'd rather, I don't know what the feeling is, but I wake up and we like instantly, we always say good morning to each other and we instantly embrace each other. We instantly just embrace. And then we'll just lay there and have conversations. And it's like, not just conversations about everything, but just like about each other and noticing like how our relationship is growing or what it was in the past and what it's not now, and just being honest and being able to see that he sees me and telling me about myself, but not in a very critiqueful, harsh way, like in ways in which, like, yes, especially from love, because I just haven't had that type of like feedback from someone in that tone. So just for him to like say, you know what you need to do? You need to be selfish. If you don't, like, babe, are you tired of like going back and forth? You need to stay here, or you need to do this, or, you know, you're too negative when you do stuff like this. Like, you need to change your mind. Like, you need to speak the language of the universe. Like, and speaking about books that we read and just having conversations about like how we've gotten over things and what the real problem was with things that helped us get over it, or, you know, going through seasons of loss and taking people out of our lives and trying to understand different relationships we have and how to maintain them but still grow mature as individuals. And it's just communication and conversation is really, really important to me. And he was very taciturn in the beginning. Like, he didn't want to talk and have dialogue, but I kept pushing for it and showing him that, like, it's very important to me. Like, that's my language. It's just literally language and conversation. And then as he began to open up, it's just gotten better. It's just been like, I know what he's thinking now. Like, you know, when you have like, you wish you can have a secret language with somebody.
And you do.
And then now it's like, we are reaching a point where I can look at him and be like, and he'd be like, I know exactly what you mean. Or did you peep this? And I'm like, yes. How could you believe? And it's like, we're like, that feels good to have that happening. So it's really the communication and how we talk to each other that's really helpful. We don't argue.
You debate.
We don't argue. And he'll be like, I'm not going to talk right now because I have to let the thoughts sit with me. I hear what you're saying, but I'm not going to engage right now. And I have to respect that. I can't pull him into something he's not ready for. But he always does have the conversation. It's like, we kind of don't have a choice right now but to grow up. And we said that to each other. We said we feel like we're raising each other a little bit, but not like, I'm not the mom and he's not the dad. It's more so like we're bouncing off each other and trying to get better. So it's really conversation and communication.
Y'all are loving each other.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you wanted to bounce back
I just
and say, no. I'm talking
because he was
from
so
the comment. Because I know you said that you wanted to say.
Oh yeah. I didn't. I was. When you were talking about how you felt seen, I feel like but then it kind of backfired as well. So like when I was like 14, probably like 11 to 15, I had really, really low self-esteem. Like I was just like, no one likes me. Everyone thinks I'm low.
Did you speak like that from 11 to 15?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, G. Go ahead.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry too.
Like,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't think I did.
I went through my
I
chest.
spoke like
Damn, that was bad. Sorry.
I spoke. I know. I'm like niggas can't.
It's funny,
niggas
but I'm
can't
sorry.
tell stories for shit.
Look, I'm still laughing. I'm like, it's funny, but I'm sorry. Sorry.
Right. See, this is what happened. So
We fucked up.
I came from an all like my mom made sure that we stayed in like dance programs. Any other program that we did outside of school was all black kids. But during my like super formative teen years, I was in middle school and was one of the only black girls in like a white class. So I was like, I didn't know where I fit in. I always felt like I did not fit in. And so I was always just like, I'm too white for the black girls. I'm too black for the white girls. There's no real place for me in this world. Like, and then when the difference between, and Ari actually talked about it on Twitter the other day, like how you should stop sending your black kids to these white ass schools and expecting them to come out okay. Like, it is like, I'm thankful looking back. I'm thankful for it now because white people don't make me uncomfortable, and I have seen the other side of that. Like, some of my friends only went to black schools their whole life, and they'd be in the workplace like, how you work with white people? Like, I'm okay with that part of it. But growing up, it was a very difficult place for me because when I would go to black places, they were like, you sound like a white girl. But listening back, I do remember talking like, yeah, like that's not why my white girl is so good, because I really used to talk like that. Like, I used to be like, yeah, like I just want to like hang out. Like, I used to talk like that because that's all I was around when I was 12, 13. Then when I went to St. John's, which is a high school in DC, that's like 40% white, 40% black, 20% other, or it was when I was there. People used to be like, Jonan is a love, you know.
So DC.
Sorry, what is it called? Making fun of people. Like,
Going
but
in.
Jonan, going in on somebody is a love language in black culture. When they started doing it to me, I was like, why does everyone hate me? Like, yeah, I have a big forehead. Yeah, like, but that had never happened to me before because in white schools, like, I was the cool girl because I was black. Like, so wasn't no like, and nobody gonna make fun of me, nigga. I wasn't even fighting or nothing, but you not. Yeah, that's, she might get mad. Like, the stereotypes kind of helped,
Right.
And that, and she may get mad.
Right.
Don't talk to her like that, Sally.
Right.
And so. And so it was a very difficult time for me. But then when I met my first love, he was the first person to like see me and think all of me was beautiful. And he used to tell me that every day, like, you're so beautiful, you're so incredible. I can't believe you feel that way about yourself. Like, he was the first person to see me and then force me to see me as he sees me. So he was the first person to like hold a mirror up and be like, no, like, you're really beautiful. And I would be like, well, shit, okay, well, maybe I am. Okay. You ain't got to tell me. But it backfired when he left. I kept that same, like, self-worth in him. So when he left, I was like, well, obviously I'm no longer beautiful. Like subconsciously, I was like, this is why it was so deep for me, because I kept all my, like, confidence in what he thought of me. So then I had to, like, unlearn that whole process.
Right.
But what love did teach me was that every single what all of the loves that I've experienced have taught me, including the love that I have with like my family, friends, like that you are put here to be exactly who you are. And if you are being somebody else, you're doing everyone a disservice. So like, you know, the more that I use my heart and like, you know, am around people that see me fully, I'm able to be, you know, the better version of me. So I'm just like, if I'm like you, if I can't be myself, there's really no point. And it's worse for, I feel like, people who are like influencers in spaces like this where we have like mics and stuff, because people only want to see us in one way. Like, I remember dating a dude that I feel like only saw me in one way, and when I became a full person was like, oh, nah, nigga, I know you was... No. Like, don't do that. See me or get to know me. Don't get to know who you think you want to know.
People fall for the idea of people all the time. It's the idea of somebody that they love so much. And then finally, when you sit and talk to somebody, you're like, hey, no, you actually you don't like me. You like
the idea
what you see. And that's cool too, but you only gonna like me from a distance.
In the moment you realize that you don't like actually the person, it's sickening.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck was I doing?
Right.
It's sickening.
But
I think to go back to what you were saying about, Jada Pinkett has been on
Jada and Will gonna change the world.
Jada
That's
Pinkett,
all I gotta say.
And they had said exactly what you said about
the self-mastery.
Well, self-mastery, but something earlier. Like, I think that's what they're doing now, is that they're entirely who they are, and they accept and respect that they are who they are. Yeah. And it's like, well, that's cool. I'm still gonna be here though. Like, I'm still gonna ride with you. I'm still gonna, you know, I'm still be around because we're partners. Why are you making that sound? That face?
Said,
oh, you look like you disagree with what she was saying.
She said that she was just like, there's nothing that Will can do, and Will has said the same thing. There's nothing that Jada can do that would make me stop loving her. I'll never leave Jada. And what Jada says, there's nothing that Will can do to make me stop loving him. That is my partner. I love him. I choose him. And like, that's their thing. But her self-mastery video the other day.
Yes.
She was, y'all saw
What
that?
she said was the one about spiritual.
Yes, that relationships are a spiritual journey or something like that.
That came at a time, boy.
She was like, I feel bad for every person that's gone through infidelity, which raise your hand if you have. All right. All hands up.
All hands.
Great. Saphira, I guess not.
No, I have. I just started thinking about something else. I'm sorry.
And so she was just like, if you think that you can make somebody stop having sex or want to have sex with another person just because you're there, you are dumb. And that's okay to be dumb. And sometimes things happen like that. But if you need to find somebody that this whole journey is about self-mastery. You need to find somebody that's willing to master themselves, who wants to master themselves. And then in turn, y'all can master each other. And like, that's where, and I'm like, why y'all so smart?
Find that. Like, and like when I see shit like that, I'm like, that sounds dope. How do you fucking find it though? How do you even? I don't even know.
With yourself, you have to fall in love with yourself.
Yes, and then what? Like, my thing is like, okay, I love myself. I know myself. All these great things.
I know my body.
Somebody else has to like come with the same kind of
Energy.
It's hard to find that, no matter how, like, you know what I'm saying? Or I guess you're not supposed to look, so I guess you're supposed to organically let some man just pop up in your life, and you're like, oh. And I'm sure it happens. You know what I'm saying? But I've spoken to a lot of guys, and it feels like a lot of guys don't know that they have to fix themselves. That it's okay to fix yourself.
Yes.
I have to fix myself. We all have to fix ourselves, but I think the pride in some men, you know, for me, when I meet them most, is, hey, I think I'm great. I'm doing this is great who I am. Yeah, we all have flaws. You know, if you can't take me at my flaws, blah blah blah. Like, then I can't be with you. And I was like, maybe it's bad. Maybe I had posted on Instagram. I was just like, you know, do I have to pick between happy and healthy relationship? Because I feel like happy is, for me, sometimes I feel like maybe it's unhealthy for the things that I want to be
But
happy.
who says that it's unhealthy? Who deems that? I feel like all of these things, and I am going to let you answer. I'm sorry.
No, I don't have an answer.
But I just feel like what Jada said, that's cool, right? But then there are people who are like, oh, well, you are put on this earth to be a helpmate to your companion. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different thoughts about what love should be. And as of lately, like, I've literally been just trying to build what I want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
What you want it to be?
We're not going to discuss that, but yeah. I don't want to talk
That's
about
love
that.
is designing and defining
Yourself.
love.
Like,
for
exactly
yourself.
what you want it to be. Like, it could be the self-mastery shit, but it could also be like, I was put here to help you. Because people were put on earth to help each other, but it's also like, there are people who's gonna be like, you gotta help yourself before you can help somebody else. Like, it's so many schools of thought to
I
it.
think it depends on the season you're in. I think
Yeah.
it depends on like how strongly you feel about that. Like, I feel like there's timing a lot. You know, like, there's different layers to all of it, which is why love is so beautiful when it's right. Because I'm like, damn, do you actually like me? Okay. And do I actually like you? Okay. Is this the right time? Okay. Like, there's a lot of layers to why I feel like when love happens, you should take that risk, because you never know when the next love of your life is going to come around. Like,
I know.
like,
But
you
I'm sitting here
never
and
really
I'm
know. Like,
I don't know if I could like somebody every single day, but I know I can love them. You know, like, I don't like
the
you
person.
today.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to like the person.
Yeah, my mom says that.
I don't like you right
My
now.
mom don't like her kids every single day. This time, my mom said to me, I don't like you. I remember in high school, we was in the car, and my mom said, I don't like you. I need you to know that. I don't like who you are. I love you.
Oh, God.
I love you to death. You are my blood. You are my legacy. I love you. I don't like you. And I was like, bet.
Bet.
Heard you,
Yeah.
sis.
but there'll be moments. You know what I'm saying? I think that's life. That's people.
everyone.
I feel like I can choose somebody every day, but I don't know. I feel like my time has passed.
Girl, bye.
No. With,
Really?
I believe in that one soulmate kind of person, or the one true love kind of person. Some people don't get with their soulmate. Some people don't get with their true love. And you just have to, chalk it and be like, listen, I could find the second best thing, or I could find something close to it. But I think my time has passed as far as soulmate is concerned, or who I know God could be like, girl, you telling a plan that you don't know.
Right.
And I understand. My idea is just like, I don't think I have the capacity to love somebody like that, how I love that person.
But you always speak in comparison to what was instead of the possibility of what can be.
That's true.
Like, it's always back to, like,
Right.
like, it was. It's done. It happened.
Right.
If you could do it then, who's to say you can't do it again? Or
Because
do it
it'd be-
differently and it'd be even more powerful? Like,
Is
why are you...
that
It's limiting.
possible?
But you saying that is limiting.
But also, do you really, really, really believe that it's done? Do you really want it to be done?
I do want it to be done. I want to be able to move.
You want the past to be done. You
I
don't
want
think...
the past to be done. I just don't know how much can your heart, as far as intensity of love. Like, I know that's super dramatic, but that's how it felt. You know what I'm saying? It was that intense to me, where I was like, I love that man. I love him so much. I don't know if I'll be able to love somebody that much again. Probably like...
I think you're discounting yourself too much. Like, you're taking back from what you're able to do because you're again comparing to what you have done. I think it's not fair to do that to yourself at all.
Yeah. I just feel like there's a limit for some people.
You feel like there's a limit on how much your heart can love.
Take or love, as far as like... I'm sure I'm lying. I don't know. I'm sure I'm a fucking liar. I don't know. But I just can't imagine. Unless, like, again, we revisit this one day. I'm walking down an aisle and y'all like, bitch,
hallelujah.
what happened?
Press play.
Remember? You said...
Remember on episode 37?
Right. But I could tell y'all right now that I've never had my whole heart into something after that. Maybe that's something I have to deal with. It's something I have to really iron out, comb out. I've been in relationships after, had never put my full heart into it like I did.
Ever?
Ever. Never after that man. I've never even cried about breakups. I've never cried about breakups. Never cried about pain, hurt, sadness.
Do you want to do that again? Do you want to love like that again? Or do you feel like that's too much? Like,
That's why I feel like it's dumb. I'm like, then I'm like, I can't, because that's dumb. That was the dumb Deanna. That was, the dumb Deanna, because she was so available, so in love, so God, Jesus. I love that man. Like, goosebumps and tears. That's all I got.
But do you
And it
feel-
wasn't even about sex. It really was just about, this is my best friend.
yeah.
And it's like losing literally the only person that knows the codes to your life.
Breakups
Period.
feel comparable, like, to death to me. Like, I remember breaking up. It was for me.
Really?
Yeah, like, I remember breaking up being like, he taught me how to love. Like, he shaped my whole heart at that point. So it was like, you're going to take my heart. You're going to take my self-esteem. You're going to take my friend. Like, it was just way too much that I get you from there. Like, you invest so much into somebody, and you're like, so you just going to walk away with all that, and I still got to see you? Cool. Like, it felt like...
Is that dumb too?
It
Like,
felt
is that
But
dumb?
I feel like those are different periods in y'all life. Y'all, you were young. You
Oh,
were
yeah, I
a
was-
teenager.
yeah, 19.
You were young. That was early college, early 20s. I feel like if something came into y'all lives now, y'all be like,
Oh, I'm saying, I'm going to love with everything.
because that's what I'm saying. Like, the last love that I was in that was like, oh my God, I love him so much. That was the dumbest love ever. But it was also what I thought was the
right at the
greatest
time.
love ever.
Yeah.
So the love that I'm in now
Oh.
is
Do tell.
first of all, it feels different.
Yeah.
But it feels more like, okay, some things feel like it took us a very long time to get to where we are. But I feel like it's worth it because I've grown and I've continued to mature in that respect. As opposed to before, it was like, damn, I've been dumb for 4 years.
Yeah. No, I mean,
like there are things. I'm sorry. There were things that I kept accepting in that relationship. There are things that in this love that I'm in now, like there are things that have happened that I will not accept moving forward.
Which is good.
So I just feel like, you know, you guys need to experience something where you're like, wow. And I mean, there are parts of my past relationship where I'm like, I appreciate going through that, or I appreciate feeling that type of love because it molded me to be a person. It molded me to be a certain way now, or it, you know, oh, I remember how that felt. And I would like that feeling again, but I would like that feeling as a 28, 29-year-old woman. Not, you know, I don't want to sit wondering, you know, why he not answering. Now, if he not answering, the nigga probably sleep.
For sure. No,
or he's at work.
I was only saying it was comparable to death because that was the first time I fell in love.
Okay.
And so...
But I feel like y'all can experience... I just have faith that y'all can experience it.
I don't know why you keep saying y'all. Yeah. Like, I'm dead ass looking. Like, I'm not looking. I was listening to a podcast, a sermon about being single and content, and I feel so much better. But what I was saying was it felt comparable to death because the first time, especially when you're young, the first time you get hurt feels like someone takes your heart out of your body. Like when you're young and you fall in love, and we were like the love that was like, my parents was like, y'all just so damn annoying. Like he was always around us. Like it was like our families had gotten close. If I like literally my mom would call his mom and be like, is my daughter over there? Tell her to bring her black ass home. I'm sorry to be cussing, but she's pissing me. Like that was the love that like kind of set the standard for me on like how good and great things could be. But I really do believe that like, I don't know. I feel like there's so many people on this earth that are going to be here for different seasons. I just can't wait to meet the person that I'm about to ride with. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, who am I doing life with that like would make me feel better? You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's crazy?
Not make me feel better,
you
but
might
help me.
Meet someone who you think you're going to do life with, and I think that's where we get so fucked up at, because it's like, I'm this age and I need to meet somebody who I'm going to do life with. I feel like I'm in love right now and I might think I want to do life with this person, but I very may well not be doing life with him. Oh, yeah. And I think when we think, like, if we have that type of thought process, and if we have like the no expectations thing that all of our girlfriends be like, girl, don't have no expectations, I feel like we will learn to love a lot better when we take those type of like titles and, you know, what's the words I'm looking for? You guys understand what I'm saying. But when we stop putting so much onto it, I feel like we will learn to love a whole lot better and understand other people a whole lot better. Because it's like, yeah, I'm in love with you and we're going to live and we're going to do all of this stuff, but I can't expect you to be here tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I think...
I was just like... I don't feel like you're hearing me. Like, I'm not saying that, like, I'm not never going to fall in love. I'm saying that, you know, I feel like for me then, that was like, I understand where you're coming from. Sometimes it's just so much pain that it does scare you. Yeah. Like pain is obviously, you know, why like the song says, you need love and joy and pain. Like you need both to balance out life. Right. But sometimes the pain helps you grow, and it shapes you more than what the love did. Like when you walk away from the situation, you're like, that nigga fucked me up. Like you have to climb out of bitterness. Yeah. Love is the easy part. Yeah. So it's just like, you know, when you get to that place. Yeah.
Just 3 things, I think. The first one being...
Come on, notes.
Stop. First one being what Safir was saying about expectations and stop having them and like putting benchmarks onto like journeys. Literally, I've been going through a season of loss, like shedding, not thinking certain things, not feeling certain ways, talking myself out of mental states faster, and then living in that mental state and being better. and then in doing that, letting myself ride the wave, and just knowing that like life is just waves and crashes, and crashes. And back to what you were saying about love is the easy part, but pain be growing you just as much as love. Like that is, if you understand it as like not relationship, but like falling in love with life, and just knowing that like in life this happens, and I love life that much that I'm willing to ride this and crash because it's going to fulfill me until my very last breath. Like I think, and no matter who you do it with, it could be in a commitment, with a ring, with a divorce, with anything, but you're going to be on your deathbed feeling like, I've lived. I've lived. I've been courageous. I've cowered sometimes, but I got up again. Like I tried again. So I think just loving life and anything and anyone that's part of it is like probably not, I don't want to say a better way of looking at things, but like just a peaceful way of looking at things. And then also in the maturity of like, so I'm going to say this and then I'm going to ask a question. So I think when you continuously love again and again and again, you let yourself do that, you're not going to start loving dumb. You're going to have more discernment. Because you know yourself so much better because of what you've been through.
Yes.
And you'll be able to say, oh, no, I would have done that 2 years ago, but I'm discerning that I'm not going to give you that much patience.
Come on, Jesus.
I'm not going to give you that much tolerance. Or I'm not going to give you anything at all. Or I will continue to give it because I'm understanding personhood better because I'm older. So now I'm discerning what I'm giving and what I'm not going to give better. And I've been trying to understand discernment because I'm like, am I thinking too much then? Am I judging things by discerning? Is being smart taking away from feeling too much?
That's what.
But I'm like, but discernment I think is like a neutral, like, again, a peaceful, like, status of mental, like, approach to things. But it might be something different.
It's also seeing something.
Yes.
And knowing not to go there before. That's what I interpret discernment as, like having discernment on something. It's seeing it and it's like, okay, I saw that, I've experienced that before, so I'm not going down that road.
Right. And it comes
and thank you
faster.
for showing it in my face.
And that's the beauty of it. It should be a thanks. It should be a gratitude of moments like that. You know, it shouldn't be like a, oh my God, like the stress of it. It should be, I'm, again, back to the first point, I'm willing to take whatever comes. I'm willing to really feel whatever comes. And the third thing is loving yourself and loving someone else. Is it always okay to love yourself more than you love someone else?
Absolutely.
Should it be that you guys trust each other enough to love each other for the other person? Like, what is that? What is, like, what's the best way to approach it? Like, do you sacrifice yourself because they got you and you got them? Or you love yourself more than them and they love themselves more than you? But y'all have a love that's, you know, qualified for the relationship.
Can you do both?
I don't know. That's why I don't know.
I don't know. I've loved somebody more than I love myself. I know that. I've loved somebody where I literally be like, you don't even have to love yourself. I will love you way more than you love you.
Right.
And we'll do that way.
What did that do to you though?
Fuck me up. It fucked me up. But see, again,
you felt good in the moment.
It was the greatest feeling to have somebody pour into you and you pour into someone else. And not saying that you have to pour 1,000%. I think I was maybe I was doing too much. We were doing too much. You know what I'm saying? We were raising each other, but I think it legit was mom and dad. I don't think it was
partner to
partner.
what
Rebecca, bouncing off each other. No, this was we all we got kind of moment. You know what I'm saying? Where we really thought it was just us, just me and him. But I think now I would love myself more, and he got to love himself, and then we love each other. But some way, somehow, that sounds boring and dumb to me. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's mental illness. Something's wrong with me.
There's nothing wrong with you.
No, but where it's like, it doesn't sound fun to me when you were talking about, you know, discernment and having like, you know, I'm the queen of, you know, if shit not going right, especially if I experienced that before, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm queen of out. I'm out. I'll be out. But then it's not fun. Because I think there's some things that I think you'll have to allow to teach you things. And I don't let myself learn anymore from men. As soon as I see something I don't like, I'm out. And I'm sure that some of those things aren't even bad, you know, like, hey, this is something this is an alert.
Red flag.
You should leave. You know what I'm saying? I think there's just certain things that I'm like, nope, I'm all right. I'm good. You know
I mean,
what I'm
but I feel like in that
that's
very
discernment.
vein, that's what'd you say?
That's just discernment.
That's discernment, but I feel like that's loving yourself. I
Yes.
love myself enough to walk away from this shit because I've seen it before. I've been through it before. So you know what? I'm out. And I feel like when men, when women, whoever the fuck it is, I mean, we all say things to each other all the time, like, "Oh, you look good, girl. Oh, you did this. I just changed my hair."
Right.
Cause
I guess because I didn't know anything, it felt differently. I guess because now I know stuff, it's like, you know, some things. I don't know everything, but I know some things about relationships and men and me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, will this be fun? Like, now will this be something I want to do? You know what I'm saying? I told my mom I don't think now that I look forward. I never do with weddings and marriages and kids and shit like that. There's only one person I had that with. Everything else, I'm like, you know, we're together. Yep. That's what you're doing. But I don't have those moments. And I don't know. I love spending time with myself. I love being with myself. But I also I want partnership, but I want the same partnership that I had. And I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I think you would have to let go of that in order to make room in your life for like even that type of open
Right.
space, you know, in your own heart. Like I feel
Right.
like your heart might be still needing that. I feel like it's scary to let go of that, you know, because like I was there with like and again, I'm super removed from this situation, but I've been where you are, where it was like, well, I mean, if I let that go, that means it's really not going to happen. Like, are we really not going to do this?
The idea
like,
is
it
gone,
like it's
right?
really gone?
Yeah.
And then it's scary because you have to find someone else. Like, and you don't find them. Like, I really do believe that someone out is going to happen by happenstance. But you know, like
Mr. Happenstance.
I do believe that you have to let it go for you, and that it's going to be something that's going to make you let it go. Like, I don't know if you out of it yet. Like right now, it just sounds like you like, I don't know, I'm mad because I have to let it go.
Yeah.
But you're not ready to let it go.
I mean, my therapist said,
don't cry.
I know.
You have to find what it is
Yes.
that specifically needs to be
Yes.
solved before you let it go. Because the thing is, and I'm saying this with all love and sincerity, if you let it go, it can very well come back in the way that it should be. Or it might not come back. Or it can come back in a completely different form than what you think. You know, like, and that kind of goes back to what you were saying about like just loving life and just loving the journey and just loving like the beauty of relationships, period, whether it's familial relationships, platonic relationships,
Come on, platonic.
romantic relationship. But no, I'm just saying, like, for real, like, I know Bex jokes on me a lot, and I'm gonna get back to you, D, but Bex jokes on me a lot. She'd be like, oh, you a flirt, you this, you that. But I did just be like, I love people, or I just love banter, or I just love back and forth. So it's just like, you have to just see things widescreen.
See the forest for the trees.
See things bigger than him.
Yes.
He came and gave you what you're attracted to, but what you're attracted to isn't just with him. Like, you have to like you were saying, figure out what that is. Is it fun? What is thrilling to you? It's not him. It's something that y'all did or he did that can be done or you can do yourself. What is the thrill that you want again? And then you'll be able to be like, okay, it's not here. It's not here. Not here. You'll be able to better navigate. Like, boil it down to what it is that's really attracting you.
Yeah, and the thing that was that's been able to help me move on from my last situation, because I swear I was stuck. I'd just be like, you really just gonna be all right? You gonna be cool? So you happy? So you're just gonna be happy?
Watch this.
Watch this. No, I didn't do anything. But I told you I was listening to that sermon with TD Jakes, and he was like, the only reason why you're bitter is because you don't believe that there's something better out there for you, and like in deep down in your soul, you don't believe that God has someone for you that's going to be greater. You think that that's the end all be all, and that's not only insulting to God, it's insulting to yourself. Like, if you think that that's it for you in love, then you're doing a disservice to yourself. So that really helped me put things in perspective. Like, damn, I'm being insulted to my damn self. You wasn't even all that. I'm just mad. So, you know, that's where I was like, you know, it's a tough thing, but it's one of those things where it's like, I agree. Like, it's just a part of the journey. Like, I'm grateful. I had to be like, I'm grateful for the time that we had. I'm grateful that I knew you. I'm grateful for the moments. And now it's not the same. And now, well, I'm here again.
I mean, it's because it's been like a 10-year thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I met him when I was 18. My baby. So, and we literally off and on. I mean, not off and on. Like, we had a relationship, and then after the relationship, every year it was, we're back together, we're back together, we're back together, we're back together. And I think I didn't really give any room to be like, hey, now I'm gonna like really let this go. And I don't know what it really takes. So when I asked my therapist, I just said, you know, I don't know how to take him out of my heart. I don't think that's possible. And it's not.
That's
you
fine.
you have to. She said, it's not. You have to make space. You have to expand your heart. You know what I'm saying? This was a moment, and it was an era. It was an amazing era. But you have to also figure out why, and that's another thing. Why after that, I am not emotional over men. If I am, you know, and it's become a like no respect thing, and also like, you know, I don't care that much. I love them, and there's been men that I've loved. I've loved you. I know I love you. All right, disclaimer. Gotta make sure, but I've never loved hard after that. I stayed away from it because I knew that that I can't, you know what I'm saying? And I would feel like I'm cheating still. Wow. If I love somebody that hard, because I still have that man. And eventually we're going to get married. Eventually we're going to have kids. Eventually. So I had put all my future into somebody that I know that I wasn't even with anymore. Crazy. I know. But it's what I sold myself on for 10 years. So, you know, now having to shift everything and be like, hey, am I capable of loving for real? And is this something I necessarily want to do? Because it wasn't fun. Like, we all know the heartbreak isn't fun. It wasn't fun. But also, when it happens again, if it happens again, and I fall in love like this, and then it breaks up, do I want to go through another 7-year stretch of pain? You know, some of us, breakups are different for everybody. I think that breakup was the most monumental. Everything else for me has been like, y'all seen it. I could break up with somebody and be like, all right, well, go on a date tomorrow. It's just, this one is just different. I don't know. And I swear to God, I did not want to talk about it today because I just knew, I don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Like, I'm like.
Do you pray and meditate on it?
Oh, I pray.
You got to allow the answer to come to you, and you can't control the answer.
Yeah. And it's in the wise words of Beyonce, what do you want? Do you want a successful album? Do you want a successful tour? Do you want to date again for 7 years? Do you want to go through a heartbreak? What do you want? And whatever you decide, you have to say, I'm okay with my decision. I'm okay, no matter what the fuck everybody else says or thinks. I'm okay with it, though. But you gotta give yourself a decision. But you're asking the right questions. You're in the right space. But the next step is, what are you gonna decide? And it's not life or death.
Decide, which makes me worse. What makes things worse is I know what I would decide, and I feel bad for feeling that. I know what my decision would be. I still to this day would pick that man.
You need to figure out why you would feel bad, because that is what's tearing
you're deciding out of guilt
apart. Why you would feel bad. And if it has anything to do with sacrificing who you are as a person,
yeah,
it does.
So, I didn't want to talk about it. I really didn't. Yeah, guys, but that was it. I was gonna ask y'all a question.
Tissue.
Shit is everywhere.
You got
No,
7
please
minutes.
take that tissue off your face. It's killing me. It's
Right here, go ahead, do it.
Right, with our whole 7 minutes. It was like this. It was like this.
It's I forgot now. What? How many times?
We
You
got
have 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about Nikki. We didn't even get to talk about
Oh, she's entertaining.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's
I think she's very much entertaining. I don't think she's an entertainer. I think she's an entertaining character.
Which one of y'all said she was the best performer of all time? No,
What?
I didn't say she was the best performer of all time.
What'd you say?
I don't even remember what I said, but I didn't.
Oh
say
yeah, I
that.
remember that. Yes, I remember
That's
that.
wow.
That's not what I
Crazy.
said.
The best.
Wow.
Next
She was
to
like-
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, she was like, it was Michael
Wow,
then
y'all
Nicki.
dragging
Right.
it.
Wow.
Y'all really dragging
She was like Beyonce under Nicki. That's what she,
Wow,
that's what she
never-
had told
Crazy.
me.
it. Actually,
Yeah.
would never say that.
She's just entertaining.
I feel
I think she's
I
depressed.
like listening to her because she's so convinced. It's just entertaining to
The
see
thing,
that
the
happen.
sad part about it is though, some of the
How
of
many?
the things that she is saying, just some.
Okay.
Some of the things she's saying in regards to the way women are treated in the industry,
Yes.
in regards to the way that female rappers are in the industry, even though she's really no help to it. Some of the things that she is saying are valid.
Yes.
I do think that she is very hurt, and she has not been heard for years. So now it is like she's being, y'all know how the fucking media is. She's a caricature.
Yes.
That's really all it is. I don't even like, people say that Cardi B is a caricature. Don't think so. I think
Not
that
as much as this girl.
no, not at all.
I'm more worried about like Nicki's like,
Mental health?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Only
she's
because,
depressed.
yeah, because like it looks like, you know how you can tell how people walk into a room and the energy they bring. It looks like she's bringing anger and like this pride that's there. That's just like, I've been through too much. Y'all not gonna do this. Y'all give me my respect. And it's like, sometimes you have to let other people respect you in their own time, and you just do your thing and continue being yourself and stop trying to like, look at me. I deserve it, because people don't respect you when you say they need. You earn their respect.
It's unattractive.
Yeah, so it's just like, but I don't hate Nicki. It's just disappointing to see. Like, it's like it's not like she's not talented. She's talented.
Right. Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna take that from her.
Here is where I have an issue. And everybody thinks that I hate her. And it's not that I hate this woman. I don't. I just wish, I don't like people that do this women empowerment shit and then don't follow through.
They do it when it's convenient for them.
Yeah.
Right. She's one of those. And it drives me crazy.
Right.
As far as the Cardi B thing, I think I still was not over. And I was like, maybe I'm bugging. I just was like, why is this such a big deal to you? And she cried about it, which was
that was
insane
weird.
to me. It was crazy. I was like, yo, this girl hasn't even been super like I can't speak about what happened behind backstage, whatever, but we know and we've seen publicly that she's actually talked about Nicki in a nice light. It was beautiful. It was great. Then when she pulled with Wanna, the journalist who literally has critiqued something on about her on Twitter, and she made that girl lose her job, and then said that it didn't exist. The DM didn't exist. Yeah. Nothing exists. It never happened.
That's sad.
That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
She's going through something. I don't know if she is in control of it.
Right.
And she's like, I just know what they want, so I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Or she really just looks like she's unraveling and doesn't know how to deal with the competition or the statements or the press or the anything.
Right.
But then it's also like Safira was saying, she's making valid points about the fact that, like, I think it was the Rap Genius conversation, and she was like, you can't step into our world and play by your own rules. Like, this is our world. Like, come correct. we write our shit. We are MCs. We are lyrical. And then and threw shade at Cardi B passive aggressively. But she makes sense to certain. I think she's just really.
A lot of people don't write
I
them.
also think a lot of it, and I hate to put it like this because everybody has their own insecurities, but I think a lot of what we're seeing now is things that she should have said in moments that been happen. So like when the whole Quavo and that whole shit with how they didn't know who was gonna be on the verse or whatever. Why are we hearing about it like almost a year later?
You brought it up, right?
Like,
you brought it
you should
up.
have said it's stuff that she's saying that she should have said in the moments that they happen.
Right.
If you felt disrespected when Safari was saying, you never said that. I watched that whole Flex interview and I was like, nobody knew you felt this way, sis.
But you know what? What makes me think that she's being smart is like, why would you speak in the media if you don't have nothing to push?
Right, very true.
So she's like, I'm gonna hold.
I get it.
Y'all can keep going because when I need to push my shit, I'm gonna use all that ammo to push my shit.
We should talk to her. Nikki, come through. I would talk to her.
Lord Jesus, I wouldn't.
I would talk to her.
That seems
Okay.
draining and just not. It feels like no journalist I've ever seen or no
She is
host that
the
I've
face.
ever
Stoic.
seen has actually put out a good interview with
She's
her.
also never talked to women. She has never, or everything
She
that
did an interview with Karen.
Karen who?
Okay.
Civil. She
Where?
did. It was
Where?
on BET.com.
they on this,
We're not gonna count that one.
Yeah, but I listen, guys, like listen. I'm for her talking shit. I don't, I fight people with that. Like, she's allowed to talk shit. She's allowed to say she's the best ever. She's allowed to say all these things. This
For
is what
sure.
rappers do.
Yeah.
Just because she's a woman doesn't mean
She can't
that she
do
has
it.
to keep it cute and
Right,
like,
right.
no, I'm for it. Talk the braggadocious shit that you want to talk. My issue is if you want to continue to say, hey, I wrote all my shit, I write it, let it be good then. Oh,
whoop.
okay.
It ain't.
Well,
You know.
Episode 37.
let it be. No, you know what? If you're gonna say it's good, let it be great. As much as you talk about it,
Let
I
it be
want to hear some
life-changing.
lyrical,
But
spiritual
she's
lyricals.
talented. She just
She's
doesn't.
extremely talented.
Yeah, the way she punching her.
Y'all
yeah,
like Queen?
There's some tracks I do like on it.
No, Gia, tell
I
me.
know I
truth.
haven't
Collectively?
listened through it.
You
I
haven't-
have not listened through before.
Most
Because
of
I
it is
really
nice.
I really don't like her energy right now.
is.
I
What's
need
nice?
her to
Song.
fix her
What's nice?
I
energy.
said most of it is nice.
Because when you put that stuff in your ears every day, I just be like, "What? I can't.
Well, I haven't listened to Drake's album yet either because I don't like him. At the
I like
moment.
his energy. I'm gonna go to the concert.
the part 2 of Drake is good. I don't like the
I
part
don't even
Part
know
one
what's
is
on
my
1 and 2.
favorite.
I like
even
part
know.
2.
I don't like singing Nicki either. So when I hear
All those tracks
Nicki
are-
sing, I feel like I can't do it.
I like the one that she got with the little boy. Fifi.
Fifi, I
like
love
her.
that song.
Yeah,
She just
I
talking
like
dumb
that
shit,
flow.
but
Very
she's
cute.
on beat and punches it
Yeah,
in.
it's catchy.
It's just
It's
good.
very catchy.
I like when she flows like that.
But I like Hard
telling you,
White.
Nicki,
Hard
come
White.
death
I was
row.
like, all right, Trap Nicki. I
Yeah.
like
Yes,
Trap
I do
Nicki.
too.
Yeah.
Give me
I
Trap
like
Nicki.
Trap Nicki.
Don't give me. I thought I knew you.
No,
I thought I knew you. I was like, this is running hide or some shit like that. I was like, I don't want none of it. I liked literally about 5 songs that I was like, I could fuck with these.
That's what I'm saying. Most
And
of it is
then
nice.
Most 5
out of
them,
19.
It was 19
How many songs?
songs.
Oh, I didn't get that far.
Oh yeah, nobody did.
So I'm like, yeah, most of the 12
You know what I'm
songs is
saying?
nice.
But, you know, send us your reviews on Queen.
Ganja
On Twitter,
Instagram.
I'm sure some of our listeners are Barb fans. I know one of them. She's gonna listen to this. I think her name is Gina.
Oh, my bad, Gina.
Lord.
I mean, it's not like we don't like Nicki. Again, we are not an anti-Nicki podcast. Like, that is not what we're here to do. But it is interesting. The energy that we are getting right now is just a little interesting. That's all we saying.
Yeah, just a little.
It's a little. It's a
no,
love
it ain't
tap,
little.
sis.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And so,
Like the
you know,
Queen radios.
Even her saying that
live.
she was the Harriet Tubman of
Lord Jesus.
I thought it was funny. Like, I think she was trying to be fun. Hopefully, like, I thought she was trying to be funny
That's
and
the
be like,
thing, I
she's
can't
the Harriet
tell. I don't
Tubman
know
of
what she
streaming,
was
right?
trying to
Of like whatever it is. Let her say it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Let her
cool.
say it.
Let her say
That
it.
is such a reach. Like, say something else other than Harriet Tubman
No,
is
because you're
streaming.
supposed to talk shit. Say what you think. But I hate the sore loser shit, and I hate just own up. You was number 2. Yes, it stings because this nigga's album came out out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So of course it stings. Kylie, of course it helped because it's Kylie motherfucking Jenner, and he's putting his dick in Kylie motherfucking Jenner.
You should have had Kim
Get
post
you-
your shit. Kim, was that your
Kim
thing?
was that your shit? And also get you a nigga that's up there so that he can help you move up the sales.
I mean, nah.
This is
All right,
episode
Rebecca,
back.
this is
Sorry.
episode.
Thank you all
I mean,
for tuning
she-
in to
she-
Black Girl Pod.
Yeah,
She was with- I mean-
she aligned herself with some
With a
gentleman
nice-
that could have
helped,
But it didn't
could have
work out.
helped. It wouldn't have helped as much as Kylie though. Nah, it wouldn't have helped. But
That's another episode. Because I'm about what gentleman?
Nas.
Nas, Future.
They ain't even listening to Nas' album, y'all.
I know I didn't even
They
finish
ain't
Nas,
listening
and that
to
was
Nas'
7
album.
songs. But listen, it's all strategy. It's all a method. You know what I'm saying? So if you felt like you should have been doing that too, it's the name of the game. If you live by the numbers, you die by the numbers.
Well,
And you made this a number thing. So here we are. Now you can't even do a tour.
that is Black Girl
Ganja
Podcast.
Black Girl Pod.
37.
And don't try to hit me with it's because it came out. Scorpion literally came out when?
I don't know.
And he's now on tour. So he's doing fine. He's doing fine. Why the fuck are you not going to be on tour in a few months?
Yeah, and the Carters did okay, and they put out Everything Is Love.
And I'm not. And she's up there.
She's up
Yeah.
there.
She's definitely up there. Why you not selling tickets, sis? All right.
Bye.
Black Girl Pod.
Bye.